I wanted to just get all that info out for you guys because I really want to talk to you guys today about the 7 archangels. Well, the 7 main archangels. As I feel like I'm always kind of talking to them, but I find myself at times getting confused as to, wait, which archangel does this? Which archangel should I be talking to? Wait, what? And then I'll be like, you know what, I'll just talk to Michael and he'll take care of it. So I really personally, I need to refresh myself. I tend to forget things a lot, and I need refreshers like that. And I love working with archangels. I love the energy they hold, and they're always around. I can always feel them. So I thought we could all use a little bit of a refresher and go over the 7 main archangels. Plus, I'm going to talk a little bit as well about Metatron, because how can we leave out Metatron when he is here specifically for us light workers, right? So I wanted to get into some of that info. Hi, Nikki. Kelly, right? Which is every day for me, exactly. Thank you, Jody. You are so sweet. Jody, I'm so glad you're here. It's so nice to see all of you here. So make sure you guys have some water. And I'm going to start talking a bit about the archangels here. I do have my feed on my phone right here. Hi, Rita. How are you, Rita? I saw Rita earlier live. I saw Ariel earlier live. This is quite a day, Jeremy. You are right. It was very exciting. So let's start talking about the 7 main archangels. And obviously, this is not all of them. There are tons of them. They are all here to work with us. I mean, they were created directly from God, directly from Source. And they helped create all of us. And their sole purpose is to help all of us beings on this earth, in this universe. So it's really great for us to feel connected to them and to really get to know them and get to feel the difference between each of them and feel the difference between each of their vibrations as well. Because when you do start to really connect with them, you can feel the different vibration that each one holds. And I'm also going to be mentioning the colors that correlate with each archangel as well, because for me, whenever I'm meditating and I am trying to call on, or I am calling on a specific archangel for assistance, I'll know when they are there because I'll start to see their color that correlates with them in my third eye. That's how I know, and I can feel their vibration. But the first thing that responds to me, or the first thing that I respond to, is seeing their color come through to me. So I find that really interesting too. First, of course, we are going to start out with Michael. I mean, come on, Archangel Michael, Big Mike. He's the big dog. I also know that he is really known for looking over our service members, our military, our police. He's very much of that soldier type of energy. And Archangel Michael, whose name means he who is God, is most often thought of as the angel of protection and the most powerful of all the angels. Whenever I envision Michael, it's as if I see him kind of like, it's almost like a big pyramid, and like he's on top of that pyramid with his amazing sword and just looking out over everybody, just everyone, every being in the universe. Like, he is that man. He is that strength. He holds that amazing vibration. And he is considered a leader within the angelic realm and a patron angel of righteousness, mercy, and justice. As such, scriptural artwork depicts him as a warrior and most often carrying a sword, of course. My brother actually has a tattoo of Archangel Michael on his side of his torso. When my son went off to the Marines, when he went to boot camp, his grandmother got him, one of his grandmas got him a Archangel Michael pendant to wear, and he still wears it every day. to this day. Thank the Lord. It makes me feel better. And he helps to release fear and doubt. And he supports us in making life changes. It is often said to work closely with those who perform healing work or provide spiritual teaching as well, which I find very interesting. He can even fix mechanical and electrical problems, which I know a lot of us tend to have issues with at times when we're running really high with our energy and really high vibrational energy. You know, electronics tend to get a little wonky. That happened to me on Tuesday in my Live in the Lightworkers lab. Oh my goodness, what a mess that was. But we all know how that works. So he's known that he can work on fixing those mechanical and electrical problems. And additional areas that he's known for that he can be of assistance include courage, direction, energy, and vitality, in all aspects of life purpose, motivation, space clearing, spirit releasement, worthiness, and self-esteem. So I'll be, you know, whenever I do go into a meditation, I always call on my emissaries, my spirit team, my guides, my angels. I specifically, every time will call in Archangel Michael, as I do feel that he is very close to my youngest son, you know, who's in the military. And whenever I'm traveling, whenever I get in the car, whenever I'm flying on a plane or just doing any kind of travel, I always call on him too and ask him to travel with me. I'm like, you know, I'll say, Big Mike, just come with me on this trip. You know, you can sit on the hood of the car. I'll steer. You make sure I'm all good. Make sure there's nothing crazy going on around me, or sit on top of the plane. I do it every time. And I do get a sense of peace and relief from that. So also the color that is associated with Archangel Michael is blue. So that's something really wonderful to know. So if you're calling on him to work with him, and if you start to see that color blue within your third eye, like I tend to, you can know that he is showing himself to you. Hi, Tiff. Hi, Teresa. Jody, electrical problems always. Blown out light bulbs. Yes, exactly. I've had that problem since I was a kid myself. Street lights always go flickering on and off whenever I'm around. My computers, my phones, my iPads. I try to use as little technology as possible because it just never works for me and I get really pissed off. It's really frustrating. My husband just laughs at me now because he'll like be working on an iPad. He has his iPad, his phone, his computer. He's got everything all set up, his TVs for his work. He like has to have screens everywhere, right? So this happens all the time. He'll be like, hey, stop, look at this. And he'll hand me an iPad. As soon as it gets in my hands, it'll just go black. And I'm like, really? And I'll just give it back to him. I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even want to see what's going on. I don't want to know what you thought was cool. Because I just get all out of sorts about it. So I know you guys understand what I'm talking about there. Next, we're going to talk about Archangel Raphael, who is going to be an archangel that many of us are going to relate to. He is, hi, Jessica. He really assists healers and in healing in general. Archangel Raphael, whose name means God heals, is the archangel designated for physical and emotional healing. In Hebrew, the word, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, I apologize, Roph, or it's spelled R-O-P-H-E, somebody can correct me, means to heal. And Archangel Raphael not only helps in healing individuals, but also helps healers in their healing practice, which is just so lovely, I think. And he can help reduce addictions and cravings and is powerful in healing other injuries and illnesses, with cures often occurring immediately. Archangel Raphael aids in restoring and maintaining harmony and peace. He is also the patron of travelers, watching over them to ensure a safe and harmonious journey. So really I should be calling on Michael and Raphael when I'm traveling, right? This is why I need to refresh myself. Now I'm going to remember this. Working in conjunction with Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael helps to clear away fears and stressors that may be adversely affecting your health as well. And we all know that if you are sick, if you're having, if you're sick with a virus or if you have some kind of any kind of a sickness, that any kind of stress you experience makes it 10 times worse, 100 times worse. So keep that in mind. Next time you're not feeling too well, or if you're going through something where you really need some healing, call on Raphael, because you should know, and keep this in mind, that as soon as we call on these archangels, call on our archangels, they are there for us. If we need them and we call on them, they will be there for us. And that's really important. That's very important for us to remember. The color that is correlated with Archangel Raphael is green, which makes sense, as for me, whenever I'm connecting with someone or reading with somebody, and I'm connecting to what modality that they work with, or any abilities that they have, intuitive abilities, psychic abilities, healing abilities, if they are healers, I get that color green that comes through in my third eye. So that is the color of Archangel Raphael. Hi, Paula. Next, we're moving on to Archangel Gabriel. And Gabriel is actually very much correlated to our sacral chakra, which is very interesting. And her color is orange, which makes sense, as our sacral chakra correlates with the color orange as well. Archangel Gabriel's name means God is my strength. And one of the two archangels specifically named in the Bible in both the Old and New Testament. She is often portrayed holding a trumpet and as the only female archangel, although I believe there is another female one that we're going to even be talking about tonight. But as the patron of communications, Archangel Gabriel is the messenger angel, acting as a messenger of God. She helps writers, she helps teachers, journalists, and artists to convey their message, to find motivation and confidence, and to market their skills. She also assists in overcoming issues of fear and procrastination in communication, as well as in all areas related to children, helping during conception, pregnancy, childbirth, and child rearing. So it's really interesting. The Archangel Gabriel really seems to cover a wide array. I mean, you have communications. She acts as a messenger. She helps writers, teachers, journalists, artists for them to get their message out. She probably, and as I said, that she does very much correlate with the sacral chakra, but I would also think too, to be honest with you, that she may, I'm feeling like that she would really work with the throat chakra as well, as that's very much where we communicate from as writers, teachers, journalists, artists, that's showing your authentic self. So I'm kind of feeling like, and I'm not going up against anybody else's teachings here, but I'm really, right now, I'm kind of getting this intuitively to mention that Gabriel would really correlate well with the throat chakra as well. If you're having issues or blockages in that area, that Gabriel would really be able to help with that too. So I just find that very interesting. It doesn't sound good, Paula? I've been having weird issues, I feel like, with my sound lately. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry if it doesn't sound too great. I'll have to go back and listen to it. Next, I am moving on to Archangel Jophiel. The color correlated with Jophiel is yellow. And Jophiel is the patron saint of artists. Archangel Jophiel's name means beauty of God. She helps us to see and maintain beauty in life, and supports us in thinking beautiful thoughts and in staying positive, as well in creating and manifesting beauty in our surroundings and in our hearts. Archangel Jophiel watches over artists, supporting and creating beautiful art, assists us in slowing down and bringing calm to our lives, and heals negativity and chaos. Lord Jophiel, help me, helps to tame your ego and to bring organization to a place or situation. When seeking wisdom or a shift in perspective, Archangel Jophiel is the archangel to call in to uplift you and help you see things from a different point of view. So Jophiel will really help you to open your mind to see all perspectives there. Hi, Adele. Oh, Adele, I'm so glad you got to enjoy the spring equinox down there in Australia. Nikki, okay, it sounds good? All right, good. Hi, Griselda. Paul, you had an experience working with Jophiel, working with your heart, and how wonderful is that? And that makes so much sense. You know, as she, excuse me, not she, or yeah, she seems to me, see, yeah, Jophiel was the other woman, the other female that I was just talking about besides Gabriel. To have her creating and manifesting beauty in our hearts. It really makes sense, Paula. I love to hear that. Next, we're going to talk about Archangel Ariel. And the colors related with Ariel are generally pale pink, but also rainbow colors. Like the colors of the rainbow really correlate with Ariel as well. The patron, Archangel Ariel is the patron saint of animals and the environment. Archangel Ariel's name means lion or lioness of God. How cool is that? I want to be the lioness of God. I mean, I guess we all are essentially, right? But how awesome is that? Ariel's role is to protect the earth, its natural resources, ecosystems, and all wildlife, and is always available with support and guidance for any activities that involve environmentalism and protecting, healing, rejuvenating, and or maintaining our environment. Archangel Ariel assists in healing injured animals, working closely with Archangel Raphael in these endeavors. As we know, as we talked about Raphael before, has very much, it looks over the healing and healers. It is believed that Ariel also works to oversee the order of the physical universe, including all planets, the sun, the moon, and the stars. When seeking to learn more about the nature or connect more deeply while hiking or exploring, Ariel assists in providing insight and opportunities to expand your awareness and experience. So given Archangel Ariel is watching over the Earth's natural resources, she can also be especially helpful in ensuring your needs for food, water, shelter, and other supplies are met for you. And I've always felt that Ariel, and now I'm speaking about my oldest son, I'm feeling Ariel really is his archangel, as I feel that Michael is my youngest son's Casey's archangel. I feel Ariel is Dakota's archangel. As that, I mean, this is his endeavor in life. This is what he is going to school for. Working with the environment, working with wildlife, and animals, and protecting our earth and our natural resources, which I personally find so admirable for anyone who does that kind of work. And it's really nice to know that he has an archangel like Ariel helping him along the way. And I think that's just really beautiful. Excuse me. Next, we're moving on to Archangel Azrael. Archangel Azrael's name means whom God helps. However, he is often referred to as the angel of death. Azrael meets souls and helps them in the transition of death, in addition to helping newly crossed over souls adjust. So that brings to mind for me too, if you are somebody who is possibly a medium or somebody who is a transition counselor, like Amber Poole does that sort of work in helping people transition to the other side as they are, kind of actively passing away. Archangel Azrael is the archangel that you're going to want to call on. And as a medium, if you are a medium, you're going to be in contact with spirits who are trying to contact you, sometimes for help with moving on onto the other side, or in delivering messages to their loved ones. Sometimes, spirits, earthbounds get stuck here if they don't feel they have unfinished business, and they may be reaching out to you as a medium to help them deliver this last message they might have, or an important message, so that then they can move on and transition onto the other side. And so Azrael definitely would be an archangel you would want to work with in that instance. He also helps loved ones who are still on the earth plane in dealing with their grief and processing of losing their loved ones, and processing that loss. So Archangel Azrael helps ministers and spiritual teachers from all belief systems and religions in their spiritual counseling, and assists grief counselors to shield themselves from absorbing their client's pain and to guide their words and actions. Because if you are a counselor in this situation, whether as a light worker, as an intuitive counselor, or another kind of counselor, like a certified counselor, Azrael is going to help you to protect yourself as well, because that pain of grief and loss. I'm assuming we all felt that. And that's something that is very strong and poignant, and it's something that you do have to protect yourself from, because it is just such an incredible, intense energy. So Azrael would be great for you if you are working with people or counseling people in this area. Azrael also assists in all types of transitions and endings, not just those involving loss and death. He also helps with transitions related to relationships, career, addictions, and helps us to navigate as smoothly as possible through life's changes. So I feel like Azrael is a really important archangel for all of us to keep in mind here. Excuse me. Oh, Rita, you're awesome. You're awesome, Rita. Paula, it's funny. I was just thinking about you when I was mentioning, that grief that we feel and that pain that we feel. Your face popped into my mind, because I know, you have gone through that tenfold with David. So I'm glad that you now know that you can call an Azrael there to help you with that transition. Water break. Next, we are moving on to Archangel Chamuel. I feel like Chamuel shows up a lot for me, especially when I'm giving people readings. And I don't know, I feel like I'm drawn to people to read for people who he is watching over. I've always felt a connection to Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel's name means he who sees God. This archangel has been called by many names throughout history, and therefore is sometimes confused with other angels. His mission is to bring peace to the world, and as such, he protects the world from fear and lower vibrations or negative energies. He is believed to have all-knowing vision, seeing the interconnectedness between all things. I freaking love that. And it really makes sense now to me as I'm saying this to you guys. Like, I read through all this information earlier, right? But now, right now, I feel like it's clicking in my head as to why I am so connected with Chamuel. Chamuel assists us in finding the strength and courage to face adversity when it seems we have none left. He can also help to find items that are lost. I know a lot of us go to St. Francis for that, right? Which is awesome. But you can also call on AA Chamuel for this. And to find, he can also help to find important parts of our lives, such as life purpose, a love relationship, a new job, a supportive friendship, and to find solutions to problems. Lastly, Archangel Chamuel also helps to heal anxiety, bring peace, and to repair relationships and misunderstandings. And I just get such a wonderful, peaceful, beautiful feeling whenever I think about Chamuel. You know what, guys? I didn't tell you, Azrael's color is like a vanilla cream color. Sorry. Azrael, who I talked about before, Chamuel, but like a vanilla, soft vanilla color or a cream color is what Azrael correlates with. And Chamuel, like I said, is pink. And I do, Chamuel, whenever he comes through for me, I see this beautiful pink glow. And I'm not I'm not big on the color pink in general, but with him, it just feels beautiful and warm and accepting, and it just makes me like feel like I'm getting a hug. So I really connect with Chamuel personally. Ariel, did I not say what Ariel's color was? Where am I? Sorry, guys. Ariel is pale pink and or like rainbow. Griselda, you just asked, is Ariel green? No, Raphael is green. Ariel is like pale pink, and also Ariel correlates with the colors of the rainbow, or like the rainbow. That's Ariel. Yes, exactly, Paula. Is pale pink, whereas Chamuel is more of a brighter pink, a deeper color pink. I hope that makes sense. So those are the 7 main archangels that we all will hear about, that we all know that we can really call on. There are so many more, but again, I wanted to talk about Metatron just a little bit here. Archangel Metatron, as he is every single one of us here, is one of our main men, as Metatron really is here to help serve the light workers of the world here and what we are trying to do. Metatron means, and Metatron's colors are either green and pink, or like a watermelon kind of colors. Metatron means either one who guards or one serves behind God's throne. Archangel Metatron is known as the angel of life. He guards the tree of life and writes down the good deeds that people do on earth, as well as what happens in heaven in the book of life, which is also known as the Akashic Records. So Metatron is known for having, or for overseeing, the Akashic Records as well. Metatron is traditionally considered to be the spiritual brother of Archangel Sandalphon, as both of them were humans. The only 2 archangels who were humans on this earth that literally ascended to heaven as angels. They lived their lives the way I strive to. They were such wonderful humans that they were ascended to heaven to work right behind God, Source itself. Metatron was known to be the prophet Enoch in the Bible, and Sandalphon was known to be the prophet Elijah in the Bible. So some people sometimes ask for Metatron's help to discover their personal spiritual power and learn how to use it to help everybody, to inspire everybody, and to assist all beings in this world and in this universe to make this world a better place. There's also some symbols, 2 symbols that correlate with Metatron. Metatron's cube is, if you haven't heard about Metatron's cube, Google it. You will see the symbol for Metatron's cube. It's a wonderful symbol to meditate on. It's something that can really invoke some deep insight and some spiritual growth within you. And also the tree of life, which I've also personally been very connected to, the tree of life. And Metatron's symbols are that tree of life and Metatron's cube. And again, Metatron's energy colors are green and pink, or sometimes even blue. But green and pink are the ones that are most well known. For me, I know when I am meditating and connecting with Metatron, he always comes to me through with green and pink colors. They're kind of swirled together, kind of a mixture. So that's how he presents himself to me personally. Okay, hi Danny Bidak. How are you, doll? Let me see. Just catching up here. Hi, Patty Crane. I'm glad you're finding this interesting, Paula. Paula, I'm so glad to hear that you're turning your corner there. It really makes me happy. I can't wait to see you on Saturday, by the way, girl. We have our Intuitive Stash meetup on Saturday. I am so excited. It's going to be a beautiful fall day. I cannot wait to get outside and to enjoy all of you people. Bye, Rita. Love you, darling. Thank you for being here. Let me see. Just catching up on your comments.